our episode 100. As you can see, we have a new intro. Made it over 100 episodes in on filming before I realized that Sean wasn't even in the intro. Sorry, buddy.
It's alright. It's okay. I'm in it now, like a bunch.
Yeah. So, alright, we got the new intro in. Now like I said, we're 100 episodes in. It's kind of overwhelming to say, and a shock. It's kind of, it came faster than we expected.
Way faster.
So, in this episode, we're just going to kind of recap on what we've done over the last 3.5, 4 months, depending on where you really started. First off, one thing that we've gotten really good at, for those of you who have followed along, this is just going to be a recap, but one thing we've gotten really good at is hitting the ground. I made a compilation of all the crashes through the entire, what you would call this, adventure? Yeah, through the entire adventure so far.
Thus far.
Yeah. So, that being said, let's roll the crash room.
Damn! Ow!
Death. All right, Sean. Dope. Ah, those toes hard. Oh man. Woo. Oh, oh shit. Oh shit.
Oh my god!
I'm done. Living in the vans, it was actually way easier to adjust than both of us expected. It's, I don't know, it's hard to describe to somebody. It's
a real long camping trip.
It's a real uncomfortable camping trip, though. Like, it's not, I mean, if you think of camping, most people hate camping because they go sleep on the ground somewhere and they're
Right,
miserable.
the tent, it's cold and shit. But no, it's like we have a really nice tent that blocks all the wind.
Yeah, I mean,
And a nice mattress.
yeah, and TV and power and
Yeah, you got all that shit. I ain't getting all that shit. The only thing, I got some metal tent. With spray paint all over it.
But no, seriously, it's been actually a lot easier to adjust to than we expected. And originally, when we first left on this trip, I was saying that I'm probably only going to do this for a year and then build a house and go back to normal society. But now I'm kind of thinking that I'll probably stay in a van. I like it. I really enjoy it. So We'll see as time goes on if my mentality stays the same. With winter approaching, you can tell that we're in warmer clothing because it's now getting cold on us. Getting cold really quick, but we're both looking forward to a full season of snowboarding. We're going to get epic passes and just travel all over and snowboard everywhere we can in the United States here. But so as far as the trip goes, what do you think your top, I don't know, say 5 places are we've been? What do you think? I know that as far as like national parks go, my favorite's Glacier.
And my favorite's been Rocky Mountain.
Rocky Mountain's his favorite. Yeah, I didn't get to see Rocky Mountain the way that he did. He went to Rocky Mountain while I was at home with Parker on his birthday. Let's see.
That's pretty crazy. I'll tell you a story about Rocky Mountain. You get up to the very top and you're at 12,000, 13,000, and 14,000 feet, so you get up above tree line. And the road is about this wide, and it's got 10 or 12 foot sticks to mark for the snow plows on each side of it, so the snow plows don't go off side of the mountain. The sticks are huge.
Yeah,
But
I've
you
seen
look
that all
down
over.
and you see rock and then the tops of trees and then no bottom. Like it was pretty breathtaking. It was pretty freaking cool.
Yeah, we're bad about dropping F-bombs if you watch
I
this
caught
channel.
myself.
We both are pretty foul-mouthed, and my mother is not very appreciative of it.
Yeah, my little sister don't get to watch these either.
Anyway, we try to keep it clean, but we get excited. Sorry. What about skate parks? What are some of your favorite skate parks? Or favorite moments from skate parks? Any in particular?
I would probably say, like, the bigger parks for sure. Like, these are fun and all, but I like getting high, I like catching air and shit. So, like, where was that one?
Which
Wyoming.
one? There's a bunch.
Wyoming, the first one. I think it was
Missoula.
No, Lander. Missoula was a good one.
Yeah, Missoula was fun.
Missoula was big. Missoula was good.
No, Lander. Yeah, Lander's the one.
Lander had a pretty deep bowl.
That was the first one you got out of the bowl, I believe.
Yeah.
The first time you aired out.
Yeah, that was just like a 8-9 foot bowl.
Something like that. Somewhere in that range. I'm not sure. We've skated so many, they're just a blur now. I feel a lot better on a skateboard. If you guys saw the very first time I got back on a board at Tom's Bowl, it was just ugly.
Two for two.
Which, there was a lot of other factors there. I did have my wheels melted on me.
Look at this.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's no bueno.
No.
I was riding some really narrow trucks, and Tom's Bowl is a pretty awesome spot. It's just, I wasn't ready for it. Definitely want to go back to Tom's Bowl now that I've gotten back used to carving, and see what we can do
Yeah,
there.
that place would be sick. That place is cool.
Uh,
The whole entire state of Colorado was just awesome.
yeah, I feel like it's funny. I made mention whenever I left Colorado to go home for Parker's birthday, I felt like I was leaving home to go visit somewhere else. And whenever I came back, I felt like I was coming home. Colorado does feel like home for me. But we still have a lot more to see. We got,
That's true, but it's just those mountains out there are so northern, and they're everywhere. Like, you stay out of, like, Denver and Cloud Springs and stuff, stay in, like, southern Colorado and then, like, western Colorado, yeah, the mountains are insane.
it's beautiful terrain.
Yeah.
So I've flown into Colorado several times, but I never had actually just drove through it. And now that I've driven through the whole state, I realize I miss so much. If you fly into Denver and just go to a ski destination, yes, you get to see some beautiful spots, but you can't comprehend how much the terrain changes. As soon as you round a corner, one mountain will be bright red, like these ramps that are in the background here, and then you round a corner and it's all gray and white granite. It's very neat the way that it just completely changes just around the bend.
Tons of wildlife. I saw a moose on Weston's Pass.
Yeah, I got to see a moose in where was the Nederland? Nederland, I saw a moose.
Nederland was a beautiful spot. I actually saw a bald eagle fly over the lake right there in Nederland.
Oh, Yellowstone. Yellowstone was awesome. So getting to see Old Faithful blow, I'll throw a clip in right here.
That is awesome.
Yeah, getting to see that in person it doesn't compare to watching these videos, which I say that about every national park, and Sean can attest to this, that you can look at pictures all day long, because we look at pictures and stuff of these places before we go, but when you get there and you're actually standing in front of it, seeing the stuff firsthand,
And smelling the smells and all that stuff.
feeling the wind,
Feeling the
and
breeze.
yeah, especially smelling the smells.
It just stinks.
At Old Faithful, it stinks. That is for sure.
If you are ever in the cloud of mist, you better run, because
Yeah.
you will smell like that all day long.
Yeah, here's you a tip if you've not been.
Pro tip.
Do not stand downwind.
Yes, do not.
Well, there's
You
a
will
huge
smell like
crowd.
rotten eggs.
There's a huge crowd around this place, and I mean, you got plenty of time to figure out which way the wind's blowing. Make sure you are not downwind, because it stinks. But while you are there, here's another pro tip. If you are in Yellowstone, you definitely need to go to the Prism Pool. I can't say it.
That is close enough.
Grand Prismatic.
Yeah, that's
Grand Prismatic Overlook.
Yeah, don't go to the dock.
Don't go to the walkway that goes up to it. Go to the overlook, because the overlook's the only place where you actually get a good view of what it actually looks like.
Wow. That's awesome.
Big guys.
That, and take heed to the warnings. Don't get in the water. That water is really hot. It will kill you before
Like I
you
said,
can get
this
out.
is not a thermometer.
Right. Geez, we've done so much, it's hard to sit here and try to call to mind in particular things. Mammoth Site, that was another really awesome thing. Mammoth Site's forever changing too, so if you go see it, you can go see it in 10 years and it's going to be all new, because they're pulling the bones out and digging further down.
Looking down to the floor, this is considered to be the most complete Columbian mammoth skeleton at the sinkhole.
What else? So we've got some more beautiful national parks coming up.
That gorge that's at the end of the intro was pretty insane.
Did you bungee jump off of this? In a heartbeat.
It was huge. Camera does not do that one justice. That thing was probably, what, 200 feet deep? Bigger?
I'd say probably bigger than that. It was big enough that it would take a very long bungee jump or bungee cord to reach the water at the bottom.
It'd be a narrow one, too.
Yeah, it'd be.
If you get any way off, that's going to hurt.
I don't think you'd bounce far enough to hurt. Like, as long as you jump straight over your rope, you'll be all right.
Just swing it.
That was a really cool spot. That was right outside of Cody, wasn't it? Right before we got to Cody.
I think so. Sounds about right.
Somewhere between Yellowstone and Cody, I think.
Yeah.
Could be wrong.
The drone is a miracle that it comes back every time.
This is no shit. We crashed it. Second time?
First day, yeah. It's the first time you ever had it out. You flew it way over the top of the mountain and it was gone. We hiked for it for, what, like an hour?
Yeah, that was pretty fun.
Until it got dark.
Good times, good
We
times.
found it though.
Yeah, now every single time I land this thing, he's like, well, hey, you got it back. He has said that every single time I have landed it now. It's like, man, I only crashed it once, and then it crashed on its own, what, 2 times, 3 times? While we were skating. I think 2 or 3 times it's crashed on its own while we were skating. It just went to land and didn't land in the right place and crashed. But it's all good, we're still using it. So yeah, to keep this episode from being super long, show you guys the drone footage and we'll close with that. See you farther on the road.
Yeah, buddy.